What's good, everybody? Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome back. It's Wednesday. You know I'm back on live again. On Wednesdays, I started a new episode. This is episode 4. So I've been doing this about a month now. It's a new series called Talks with Beautiful Business Women on Wednesdays. I'm excited about my guest tonight. But before we get into that, man, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload new content. Also, grab you some merch. I got new merch available. This helps the channel out. It helps me support, help me support with the content. You go online at chattypower.com, grab a t-shirt. I got the new hoodies out. Hoodie season is here, so check us out, man. We got all kind of things going on. But I'm super excited about tonight. I met this beautiful lady about 6 years ago, her and her husband, through a business endeavor. And you know how you're going through life and you think you're doing well, and you're like, I'm doing pretty good. And then you meet some people and you be like, damn, these people on a whole nother level. And when I met them, they had like an aura around them, and I was like, these people are amazing. And her husband took me right under his wing. He gave me some pointers about life and business. But I'm just super excited about her being on. She is a 5-time former boxing champion. She is a badass businesswoman. She is a mom. She's a wife, like I said. And she's also in the real estate investing, and she coaches people, and she's also a motivational speaker. So y'all please help me give a warm welcome to the lovely, talented, beautiful Isra Wynn. What's going on?
What's happening? How are you doing?
I'm good. How are things with you and your family?
Everything is wonderful. We're
Good.
doing well. We're healthy. I'm happy. Yes.
Good. Listen, I'm so excited about you being on here. I'm a big hip hop fan. I love music. And Jay-Z, one of his lines was, "You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're here with me." And I appreciate that. So thank you so much for coming on. That means the world to me and my family. And I just adore you. I admire you and Marty. Like I said, we don't talk much, but social media, I follow you. I watch everything you got going on when you post. You inspired me. I've been through some terrible times the last 4 years, me and my family, and you helped keep me motivated. And that's one of the reasons why I want to have you on here. So I appreciate that.
Not a problem. Thank you. I appreciate you having me. Thank you.
Oh yeah, for sure. So I don't like to waste people's time. Let's get right into it. So for the people that's watching, the people that's listening, where are you from, Israel? Where did it all start for you? Where did you grow up?
So originally I'm from the Middle East.
Okay.
My parents moved to Canada when I was 2 years old. Mm-hmm. And I grew up in Canada for probably about 17, 18 years. And then I decided to move to the United States, the land of opportunity, as they call it.
Yeah.
And that's where I actually started my boxing career. I had gone to college. I did 3 years. I was taking a year off to kind of figure out where I wanted to go, what direction I wanted to go in, and stumbled upon boxing.
Okay. All right. Before we get to the boxing, though, before we get to that, what was it like for you growing up? You see, you grew up in the Middle East. Like, did you have? You don't have to get too personal, but like, was your life growing up? Was it hard? Like, was it a struggle, or were you growing up with a silver spoon in your mouth, so to speak?
No silver spoon, but no struggle. My parents, my dad is an engineer by trade, electrical engineer, and my mother worked, also. So it was good. It was good. It wasn't a struggle, but it wasn't a silver spoon either.
I got you. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. I got you. That makes sense. Okay, so you touched on your boxing there. Now, I gotta ask you this, and you've probably been asked this 1,000 gazillion times. There are millions and millions of things you can do in life.
Yes.
At what point did Israel in her mind say, you know what? I want to get into boxing. I want to knock somebody the hell out. Right. You're very beautiful. Like, you could have modeling, whatever. Like, where did that come from?
So in school, I was an athlete,
Okay.
and I did every sport that you could think of throughout high school. And then when I went to college, I played soccer in college. And a friend of mine was like, "You need to try it's boxing. I do it just to stay in shape. It keeps me in shape. You should come and try it." And I was refusing for so long. And then finally I said, "You know what? Let me just go and check it out and see how it is." And I fell in love with it. It was just another level of competition. For me, I was always an athlete.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just something else to do to keep myself in shape. It was a great workout because, I was playing soccer, but, you could always be better,
Right.
at everything that you do. So I thought this would be, it would help with my conditioning. It might teach me, a few things in the streets. but but then I fell in love with it, and
Yeah.
my coaches were like, you could really do this. You pick up quickly.
Yeah.
You're natural at it, and you should try it. And I put it off for probably about a year,
Okay.
and then one day I said, "You know what? Let me give it a try and see."
Okay. So like when I was, I've been researching you deeper and deeper. So I was watching one of your matches and it said that you was from you was living in Atlanta, Georgia. You lived in Atlanta for a
I
while?
did. I moved When I moved from Canada. I moved to Atlanta first,
Okay.
so I was there for 5 years, and then I moved to the Washington D.C. area.
Okay. I see. I got you. Okay, cool. So you did boxing for about roughly a decade, right? Roughly 10 years or so, am I correct?
Yes, I competed for 10 years.
Okay, that's amazing, man. I never, like, I never would have thought that, like, not know if I'd never known you, just saw you. It's like, what, boxing? That's
Yeah,
pretty wild to me. That's
yeah.
amazing, and it's probably got you to you probably met a lot of incredible people through that journey over
I
the
have.
years. Yeah,
Yeah, I have. I've met a lot of great champions. It's the sport is amazing. I
yeah,
think it's bar none one of the best workouts that you can get that will keep you in shape all
yeah,
the way around.
yeah.
This is bar none.
I
So
got you. So how did your family, like your, parents and stuff? Parents don't. They want you to go to school and want you to be this 9 to 5 person. You talking about you want to box? How did they take that?
well, I didn't actually tell them, so they didn't really find out that I was boxing professionally for years. Like, they had no clue. Like, my parents they went back to the Middle East, and they
Yeah.
were living there. And I think my sister, my brother knew, but when my parents found out, they were like you, why boxing? You could have chose anything. You could have
Right.
chose soccer. You could have chose another path. But it's you can't help your journey. You can't help what you're drawn to, and what you're good at.
Right. Right. That makes
So
sense. I got you. So they did eventually come on board, obviously. So,
yeah, but by that time, I believe I was retired, so they didn't really see me fight, which is
okay.
probably a better thing.
Yeah, for sure. I can imagine my daughter like out there getting beating people's brains in, beating her own, getting her brains beat in. But
Yeah.
so all right, so we're gonna move on through now. So you get through with the boxing, you got to make a decision. You still got to make money come in. Like money can't stop. So at what point have you always had this like entrepreneurial? Not so much. There's nothing wrong with a 9 to 5. Some people it's cool for some people, but for you,
Yeah.
what was the mindset? Like where did you develop that instinct to that desire to say, hey, I don't want to work this 9 to 5. I want to kind of do my entrepreneurial spirit type thing outside. Once boxing is over. How did that come about in your mind?
Well, during my boxing career, of course, in the beginning, I worked 9 to 5s,
Mhm.
because the money wasn't good enough for me to retire as far as working is concerned. So I had a 9 to 5. I had probably about two or three 9 to 5s. um, with 9 to 5, 5 to 9, and then 9 to 5 again in the morning. So
Yeah.
I had like probably three jobs at the same time, trying to support myself at the same time as boxing,
Mhm.
which helped me fund, the boxing career until I was able to, not work anymore.
Right.
But my whole thing was, I don't want to work for anybody else. I want to I want to be able to help people. I want to be able to service people. I want to be able to do something, but create my own.
Right.
And so I took, of course, health and wellness is my passion. And I took courses in school. Actually, when I went to college, before I took a year off, my minor was in health.
Okay.
So it was just something that, helped me through my boxing career, as far as knowing what to eat, when to eat, how to adopt working out, and the strength training and the speed and all that stuff within the boxing. So,
Right.
I just gravitated towards, doing that. And I'm always learning as far as that industry is concerned. But
Yeah.
then when I met Marty, my husband,
Yeah.
he just took it to another level,
Uh,
because his mind
yeah.
is entrepreneurial mind.
Yeah.
Because you've spoken with
Yeah.
him.
Marty is off the chain, man.
So I had no choice
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
to, be an entrepreneur, and we've dabbled in plenty of industries.
Right.
So
Right. I got you. I got you. So you're very big on health and wellness, and that's very important. But a lot of people don't want to take health and wellness serious until something serious happens to them, right? Or some serious happens to somebody they love.
yeah.
What would be some advice that you could give to somebody that's watching or listening to this? Like, you know, people hear, health is important, but what's your take on that? Like, why is it so important to keep your health in check?
Well, I always say that you really don't know what's going on the inside
Right.
until something happens.
Mm-hmm.
We are, when we are born, of course everything is perfect until, we start eating and we start being around toxic environments, and not just physically but mentally as well. And that takes a toll over years.
Right.
And you don't really realize what's happening inside the body until you get older, and things just start falling apart, and you say to yourself, oh well, this is falling apart because I'm this old, or I'm getting older.
Right.
No, it's not your age that makes that happen. It's what you've been doing over the last 30, 40, 50 years of your life, and how you've been taking care of your body or not taking care of your body, physically and mentally, that causes all this stuff to happen.
Right. Right.
So I tell people all the time, like, you can go to the doctor and the doctor can give you a good bill of health, but to whose standards is that? How do they know really what's really going on the inside of your body? Like, your blood work it's a range.
Right.
Who knows what's going on with that? How do you know?
Right.
So I always say, go and get alternative, medicine. Go to a chiropractor, go to a naturopath, go to a Chinese medicine doctor, go to
Okay.
somebody else
Right.
that can give you a different point of view, a different perspective.
Okay. So don't necessarily go like to a basic traditional primary physician. Like, try alternative routes instead of going there and getting put on some blood pressure medicine or something like. Right.
Yeah,
That's.
but it doesn't even have to be
Yeah.
if you're sick. It could be even if you're healthy.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Even if you go to the doctor, I go to the doctor once a year for blood work, because it's traditional.
Right. Right.
You go to the doctor, you get your blood work done, you get a physical, everything is cool. They tell you, okay, your labs are good, everything's cool.
Yeah.
But then I won't take that for face value.
Right.
I'll go and get my own test done,
Right.
somewhere else, and say, I'll go to a naturopathic doctor and see how my organs are doing, because the doctor can't tell you that.
That makes sense.
How is this? How is that? They'll give me a different perspective, and then they'll say, well, you might be deficient in vitamin D or vitamin this, and they'll give you herbs and vitamins.
I see.
So it's not necessarily, being sick and then going to a different doctor. It's being healthy and going.
I got you. I got you. Guys and girls, I hope y'all listening to what she's saying. Trust me, she's telling the truth, because I know about going to one person. We can't get into that, but she's right about that. Make sure to get checked out. She's way more of an expert in that than I am. I'm just backing on what she's just saying there. So she knows
Yeah.
what she's talking about. All right. So you into health and fitness. You're also a motivational speaker, and from what I understand, you are a real estate investment coach.
Well, I'm a real estate agent.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
I do have my license to buy and sell real estate
Okay.
uh, in the DMV area, so DC, Maryland,
Yeah.
Virginia. But over the years, we've been doing real estate probably since 2003, and I have the license part, and my husband has the investing and the construction management part. So
Okay.
we kind of have like this in-home, everything that you need for real estate, that
Hmm.
in the household.
I got you. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah,
Man, I've been thinking about diving into that. I know it's a good avenue, a good stream of income. My thing is dealing with tenants. If I
yeah,
like do rental properties and whatnot,
yeah,
I get a little freaked out about that. But I know it's a good way to go and good way to invest.
yeah.
What
It's a
go ahead.
great industry. It's a great industry. You just
Yeah,
have to kind of know what you're doing and
yeah,
kind of get led the right way.
yeah. So for you don't guys and girls who listen and talk and watching who don't know, she's married to Marty. Marty, um, he is like I said. She said, he's off the chain, man. Marty is a serious entrepreneur. I believe he was like a promoter for like celebrities like Mike Tyson, big time fighters and things of that. Am I correct in that? And
Yes.
he's super down to earth though. You ever meet him, ever talk to him? He's just a real cool dude, man. Like I love me some me, and I would never want to be anybody else because I love Chad P. But if I had to choose, Marty would be somebody that I look up to, man, because he's just real cool. He's laid back, and even when he's under the rest, you'll never know. Like he just keep a cool, calm, collective spirit about himself. So real dope dude, man. So I really admire your husband too as well. Y'all
Thank
y'all
you. I appreciate it.
y'all are black excellence to me. To me, in my eyes, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying. I know y'all have y'all problems behind the scenes just like everybody else,
yeah,
but out in public and everything, y'all always together and y'all support each other, man. Like I, you know what I'm saying. There's a lot of fakes Israel online showing selfies and stuff, all happy, but really
yeah,
hating each other in life. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And not to say that all of us don't go through problems. We all do.
yeah,
But it's genuine. When I look at you and Marty, I see genuine love for two people. Like y'all gonna support each other to the day to the very end. It's a
yeah,
true ride or die. And I have that with my Michelle. It's like no matter what, man, I don't give a damn what's going on, what's happening. This is my ride or die. And I feel that with y'all too. And it's like where did that, for the people that's watching and listening, let them know like everything ain't peaches and roses. It's gonna be tough times, up times, good times, but you got to fight through it. Can you kind of
yeah,
elaborate on that a little bit? Cause y'all
yeah.
been
No,
y'all been together for a long time, right?
yeah. We've been together for 22 years. We've been married for 19 years,
Mm-hmm.
and like you said, I mean, it's a bumpy road, but we're willing to go through that to grow with each other. We're willing to tough it out. These days, people that are married, anything can set them off, and it's easy to just say, "I'm done."
Right. Yeah.
We're finished.
Yeah.
But
Social media has killed it.
yeah, and we don't want that. Like when we got together, it was for life. That's it,
Right.
and nothing is too hard to get through,
Right.
with communication, with talking, with whatever we need to do to make it work.
Right.
you know
Exactly.
and we've had great role models. Marty's parents are still together, my parents are still together.
Mhm.
So we've had great role models around us. Not only that, Marty's brother's been married for umpteen years, and
Right.
so we were around people
Solid
that
relationships.
showed us, yeah,
Yes.
that a little disagreement
Yeah.
can be fixed.
Right. Absolutely. Because people will leave right now because you didn't have the you didn't make the pancakes right.
Right,
Like
exactly.
it's real silly right now. So like I said, I'm glad we grew up in an era where that bond means more than just you're gonna work through it. Like what I'm saying, like people just don't do that anymore. So that's for
Yeah,
sure. So let
Yeah.
me ask you this, because like I said, you, your husband, you guys are super entrepreneurs. You got that mindset of not working for somebody else, making your own bag, securing your own bag. What do you think, Israel? What do you think the mental block is? One of the major mental block it is for most people to not go out and pursue their true dreams. You know what I'm saying? They go to their grave and die, not living their full potential. What do you think that mental block is for most people? What stop people from doing what they need to do?
I think it's fear. I think fear is really something that stops people in their tracks. I think that, jobs kind of get in their way. Not saying that a job is not a good thing. I'm saying that you get content with having a job, having a 9 to 5, having a steady income come in. But when you really think about it, it's not really job. It's not security.
Right.
you know you could get fired at any time, and really the pandemic has shown us
Yes.
that
Yes.
anything can happen, and you can lose your job. You can, the world can shut down, and if you don't have your own, and if you're not doing something that you can do from anywhere,
Right.
it there's no security.
That's right. That's,
You're working for somebody else that can come in one day mad because they got into a fight with their spouse and say you're fired. you
yep.
know
Yep.
you really never know. So it's I think it's fear for people that they don't want to step out of their comfort box.
A comfort box. I got you.
Yeah, they don't
Yeah,
want to step.
I'm with you on that 1,000%. Like to me, I tell people this. I don't know if you ever heard this or hear this from people. I say for me now, content, content right now, media content is the new crack,
Yeah,
and you can billions and billions of people are viewing content all day on their damn phone. And you got one or two options. You can be the one that's viewing, keep looking at it, consuming it,
yep,
or you can be one that's creating it
that's
and
it.
monetizing it. And I
Yep.
decided to turn the damn camera around, because with my injuries from the waist down, there's a lot of things that I can't physically do anymore.
Yeah,
So, but I got off that path, and I was like, you know what? What can I still do? What can I do? And I got
yeah,
my brain, and I got creativity, and we're gonna make it work. And like I said, it's a passive way of income where it keeps coming in. You make a video, and it keeps streaming. Views keep coming in. That money keeps coming in, regardless if
yeah,
I'm feeling good or not. And
yeah.
it's so many ways now. It's so much. When we was growing up, you know, it wasn't that you got to go to college or get a good job or and you stay there. It's different now with technology. Technology on the bad side, marriages and relationships don't work long anymore. But the
Right.
good side of it is you can monetize and have a substantial career just from the comfort of your home and not having to worry about all the BS. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, no, absolutely. I agree with you 100%. I mean, the new age of living right now is you can really make money doing anything.
yes,
You know what I mean? And one of the best industries, as you know, is direct sales.
that's right. That's
And
right.
so, that we run 4 different companies, one being my health and wellness company, one is real estate. We also have a trucking company. We stepped out there and tried trucking, and now we have 4 tractor trailers
Oh
and
wow.
18 wheelers, and we hire,
Yeah.
drivers to drive them, but we do direct sales.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the network marketing space, and
Yes.
and that to me is one of the greatest industries that you could ever be attached to.
Yes. And you know what? Speaking on that, network marketing, even if for me, it's worked out because I've met amazing people like you, Marty, Stan
Yeah,
Richards, Sean
yeah,
Hill, Keenan Burke. Like I've met some amazing people. So not only is it great for like a financial thing, but just your network, the people you
absolutely.
know and get to interact with. So you're right about that. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just want to put that
No,
out there.
yeah, no, you're absolutely right. We
Yeah.
we wouldn't have known each other
No,
if we were in network marketing.
no.
But to your point,
Yeah.
the majority of our services and our clientele that we've gotten for our other companies have come from direct sales. The people that own houses that want to sell them,
Right.
they have investment homes that we've purchased from them. there's tractor trailers that we have that we needed drivers that we got from somebody that was in the network marketing space.
Right.
So it's the network of people that we've met throughout the years that has helped us in our other businesses as well.
Yes, that's awesome, man. So that's what I tell anybody, man. They're like, it's not just you got the wrong concept. You got the wrong mindset behind what you're thinking, the way you're thinking. Like it broadens your network. It broadens your, everything really. You get
Yeah.
personal development. It's a lot of things that you get like way and beyond just the financial part of it. So,
Yeah.
a lot of people don't get that. So
Yeah.
let's talk about got your trucking company, real estate, your health and wellness. Like you guys are amazing. You got this expansion of different type of entities and businesses.
Yeah.
With all that going on, there are obstacles, right? There are hard times. You want to
Yep.
speak on that a little bit about the people that's out there that's making the looking to get started in something like you can't quit. You know what I'm saying? That's the key, right? Like, but they're going to be downtime. So what's been some of the major obstacles that you and Marty yourself had to deal with over the years, like doing business? If you got anything you want to elaborate on about that.
Yeah, no, we've in all of the industries that we've been involved in, we have obstacles. Everybody has obstacles in whatever they do. Even in boxing, there was obstacles. When I first got started, it's a male dominating sport. There was men that didn't like women boxing,
Right.
tried to run me out of the gym, whatever the case may be. My first fight, I lost it. It was an obstacle. It either made me quit or light a fire. It
Right.
lit a fire.
Yeah.
So even in real estate, like you said, tenants, we have bad tenants, you got good tenants. You have DC government that is a tenant friendly state
Mhm.
that it's hard to deal with that. In trucking, we deal with drivers that might not be on the up and up. We've had drivers abandon our trucks in Connecticut, in different states that we've had to go and but the one thing that we have not done is quit doing what we're doing because of these obstacles. you
Okay.
know all these obstacles are there to teach us a lesson and grow.
Right.
You grow with every failure. You growing with every lesson
Right.
that and God never puts anything too hard on
Right.
your plate. He'll
That's
give you just enough
right. You're right.
to make you fight for it, and
Yeah.
then bless you after that. But
Yeah.
you really have to have a no quit attitude when it comes to anything that you deal with.
Right.
It doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
We don't have a
I've
no
had my
quit.
argument, my fights with God, sure enough, over the last 4 years. You
Oh,
can keep
I'm sure.
you can keep going though.
Yeah, and there's a reason. There's got to be a reason for it.
Yes.
It's probably because he needed you to do this.
Yes.
He needed you to do,
Right.
whatever it is that you're doing now. It's because you wouldn't have been moved that way
Right.
if it didn't happen to you.
That's right.
So
That's
I believe that there's a reason for everything that happens,
right.
but you have to make sure that you don't quit and stay on the path so that you can have success. Because eventually, if you don't quit, you will hit success.
That's right. Great points, man. I hope you guys and girls are listening and focusing on what she's giving y'all some gems, man. Like Stan Richards used to say, some nuggets. Uh, she's giving you
Yes.
some great tips, man. Great pointers here. This lady, she's super successful. She's beautiful. She's a mom. She's a wife, and she don't make excuses. You know what, Israel? The thing that pisses me off the most about people,
Yeah.
they have all the talent in the world, and I was one of those people too. You got your health, you're
Yep.
talented, and then you got all these attributes that God has given you, and you just being a lazy ass. Like,
Yep.
every you can have. You know what? I'm a huge believer in the universe and manifesting things, right? And you could pretty much have anything you want on God's green earth if you manifest it and put your mind to it. You got to put some activity behind it, right? It ain't just gonna come knocking at the door. you got
That's
you got to
right.
go out there and do it. But if you put your mind to it and focus in and lock in, there's nothing you can't do. There's nothing you can't have. Because I don't know about you. Well, I know you. I know you this way. I know you are, and we don't talk much, but I know it.
Yeah.
I don't believe that all these nice things were put here on earth for me not to have. Now I'm not
Which
sitting here saying material look, materialistic things and all that stuff is not as important, but damn it, if a nice hotel is a 5-star hotel, I don't want to go stay at the motel down the street. I want to stay at the 5-star hotel. If I'm going
right.
on a trip, I'm taking Michelle and we going somewhere nice, I don't want to go stay like in Orlando. I want to go stay in Dubai. You know what I'm saying? Like it's there for me to enjoy it. You know what I
Yep.
mean? And I just want you to kind of talk about that a little bit, like mindset of people not just settling. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think that people give up too quickly. I
Yeah.
think that they settle and they're in their, like I said, in their little comfort box.
Okay.
But it baffles, me and Marty talk about it all the time, how people just don't want more.
Right.
And we want more. It's out there, like you said. It's here for you to get. It's here for you, and it's not out of your reach.
Right.
Some people think it is out of their reach, but it's really not.
It's not. No.
And we want more. We're not materialistic, people, but we
Right.
like nice things as well.
Right.
We want, like you said, to go and stay in a 5-star hotel, or to
Right.
travel around the world and see the rest of the world. We want to do things like that, and we're just not going to be comfortable just settling for what it is that we have right now. We're always growing, and we're always striving for more.
Right.
Even
Right.
though we have 4 businesses that we run, we're still looking for other streams of income. you
Right.
know they say you're supposed to have at least 7.
7.
So
Yeah.
we got work to do.
Yeah. I'm with you. I got some more work to do too. Exactly. So, but yeah, you're exactly right. And my son, he's doing well right now. He's in the music industry, movie industry, entertainment industry in Atlanta. And
Oh, good.
initially, he was coming out of high school. We were like, go to school and do that. And I was like, no, bump that. I was like, because if that's not what you truly want to do, there's nothing wrong with going to college. If you're going to
Yeah,
be a lawyer, if you're going to be a doctor, if you a specialized skill.
yeah,
But if you don't know in your heart, and that's not something that's gonna, you're gonna be able to monetize and have a good living, nice salary, and a job, hopefully, don't go to college. And I pushed him away from that. And some people gave me some backlash, but I don't care about that. Now he's making more money than a lot of people in our family. He's doing, he has his own place, his own car. He's traveling around the world. That bastard gave me COVID.
that's awesome though. No, I agree
But
with you
you know what I'm saying?
100%.
I, because
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
school wasn't his thing, right? So I'm like, why waste money, time, energy, and effort in something that you really don't want to do, and then have to pay all that money back? I said,
Yeah,
you're young. I said, you're gonna stay here. You're gonna figure out what you want to do, and
yeah,
find out what you love doing, and figure out how to get paid for it. And now that's what he's doing. And
yeah.
now it never feel like work. So
Yeah, and I was the same way.
yeah,
I went to school for 3 years. I took a year off because I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know where it was going.
yeah,
And, eventually I took more classes in health and wellness and all that stuff. But I didn't do it until I was in my 30s, 40s.
right.
At age 18, 19, how do you know what you want to do for life?
You
How,
don't,
how do you know?
right? You don't.
So
Yeah.
that's awesome. Proud of him.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. For sure. So let's switch gears a little bit. We've been on about 30 minutes. I'm not gonna keep you much longer. Like I said, I like to keep these short, sweet, and simple. But
Yeah.
Marty got all the swag. He got it going on. He's handsome. He's good looking.
I
He
agree.
yeah. He's part of the light skinned crew. Me and the light skinned crew, we didn't get along too good back when I was in high school and college.
Uh,
They was taking all the ladies. But I know you're off the market, but what are some of the major attributes that you find most attractive in a man? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like for the guys that's listening, because I talk to
yeah,
guys a lot about getting their stuff together. Don't get focused on a woman. Get on your purpose. Get your stuff together.
oh
Get your
yeah.
health in order. Make your money, and then focus on that. But what's some of the things that attracts you to a man? I know you're married, but I'm just saying what makes you attracted? What attributes a guy can bring to the table that you like?
I think confidence is a big one.
Yeah.
Um, Confidence and knowing what you want as far as business and career and making money, knowing where you're going, what your direction is. um, it doesn't matter if you're, rich or poor, as long as you have that direction to get you to where you need to be.
Right.
That's huge for me. Personality is huge, as far as having a sense of humor,
Okay.
um, being fun,
Fellas, listen up.
just
Listen up,
and,
fellas. She giving you the she giving you
being
the juice.
being concerned about your health.
Right.
you know Not wearing your pants halfway down your
Right.
legs.
Right. Right.
That's not attractive to me. So,
It-
just having your stuff together, put together.
right. Hey, fellas, pull your pants up. Don't be going around with your pants down your butt. And that's not a good sign. In prison, that's a signal for them to choose you. If y'all
Right.
guys didn't know that, when you got your pants hanging down your butt, halfway down your
Yeah.
pants, so pull your
No, we don't
pants
want
up,
all that.
dress up a little, dress nice and groom
Yeah.
yourself and
Take
be
care of
clean,
yourself.
smell good. So,
Yeah.
so yeah, that's what's up, man. But that like I said, I talk to guys a lot of times. They reach out to me wanting advice about money, relationships, things of that nature. That's why I wanted you to give your advice on what you find most attractive in guys, and I bring that
Yeah.
up with all the ladies that I talk to on the podcast. So
Yeah.
I just want them to hear it from the beautiful ladies that I'm talking to, so,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
they'll know. So they'll know. Um, how? Let me ask you this: How supportive has Marty been on all your endeavors, and how supportive have you been on all his endeavors? Talk about how important that is, like in a relationship, like
Yeah.
supporting each other's goals, hopes, and dreams. Talk about that a little bit.
No, it's really it's a make or break for relationships. I think when you're married, when you're not married, I don't think it really matters if you're, one way or the other. But when you get married, um, you have to support each other in everything that you do. You have to be supportive, because it's something that can push you, um, positively, and make you really grow and succeed.
Mm-hmm.
Just having that cheerleader behind you. I'm behind anything that Marty does. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, he comes in, and he's like, okay, let's start a trucking company. I'm like, okay, we've never done that before, but okay, let's do it.
All
you
right.
know?
Yeah. Let me
It,
stop you right there. See, ladies, this is for the ladies. You gotta be supportive of your man's dreams, hopes, inspirations, because I, that means so much to us as a man. When your
yeah.
lady has your back, no matter what, I don't care how crazy the idea sounds or whatever it may be. If she's supporting you, that's just gonna make you push harder. Because we out here trying to do this for not just for ourselves but for our family. So yeah, I just had to say
And
that.
yeah, but it breaks your spirit, doesn't it, when you don't
Yes,
have that support?
yes,
Yeah, it
absolutely.
breaks your spirit completely.
Yep.
Your spouse is supposed to be there to help you, push you, to make you better. We're like yin and yang, me and him.
Yes.
I'm what I lack in, he's strong in, and
Right.
vice versa.
Yeah.
So we know our strength, we know our weaknesses, and we complement each other.
Absolutely.
So we definitely have each other's backs, regardless of what it is. We'll talk it out and see if it's a good idea.
Oh yeah.
But if it makes sense, we're all for it.
All right. Good deal. I'm gonna bring up this right here. You should be able to see it on your screen. I got you here.
Yes.
You see, so for the people that's watching uh, and listening and all that good stuff, they can reach out and if y'all want to see Israel and talk to her, this or you're on Instagram though, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Yep.
on Instagram as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So her Instagram social media handle is right below her name and her picture, and like on the screen. Y'all want to reach out to her? She's there. If you DM her, guys, don't be DMing her. She's off the market. She's happily married,
Look, and
got a
my husband's
family.
crazy.
Yeah, I imagine. But so yeah, so we talked about the certified health and practitioner. She's in the health, fitness, and stuff like that. You can reach out to her. She can give you pointers on things like that. And just feel free to reach out to her. She's very friendly. She's sweet. She'll talk to you, all the good stuff.
Yeah.
Um, it's been great talking to you tonight, man. I appreciate you hopping on here. Do you have any final words of wisdom or anything that you want to say to the people that might be listening and watching? You know,
Um, yeah, no, I want to thank you for having me. This is an amazing platform that you're using for to build up women. I think that after you finish with the women, you need to have like Marty on there too, so
yes,
we
yeah,
can talk.
yeah. I'm gonna
But
start doing like on Thursdays. I'm gonna have guys on, so for sure.
that's awesome. So, my thing is don't allow anybody to tell you you can't do what you want. I
Right,
think that a lot of people listen to the chatter outside of their heads, and maybe even inside their head. You have to believe in yourself, number one, and you have to believe that you can do it. But not
right,
only that, don't listen to everybody else because nobody else pays your bills.
right,
You
right.
have to go for what it is that you love and you want to do.
That's right.
If I didn't do that, if I listened to everybody else, I wouldn't be a world champion. I wouldn't be a Hall of Famer. I wouldn't have done what I did in boxing. And a lot of people told even Marty he couldn't do this or that as far as trucking is concerned, or real estate, or promoting Mike Tyson.
Right.
If we listen to all of that, we wouldn't be where we are. So don't listen to all that. Do what you want. Stay focused, and
Boom.
don't quit. That's for sure.
You heard it all right there, man, from the world champion, former 5-time boxing champion right there. So, listen, guys, this is going to wrap up this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed the content. I hope you got some nuggets. I'm going to have Israel back on again. We're going to be talking about other things down the road. Listen, I always like to end all my live streams by saying this, Israel. You can either evolve or you can repeat. Can't do both. I
Yeah.
highly recommend that you get off your butt and go after your dreams. That's going to be it for this one, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Peace.